Hey coin collectors, it's Dan the Collecting Man here. Today I've got two very collectible coins from the pre-decimal Australian coins. So this is the 1937 and the 1938 1 crown coin from the Commonwealth of Australia. Two very iconic coins in Australia. These are the two and only ever minted crown coins that were ever made for Australia. So obviously very prevalent in the UK, but something that didn't really take off here in Australia due to its size and weight compared to all the other pre-decimal coins like the pennies and the shillings and the sixpence and so on. So these are the only two of nature. So some pretty cool fun facts around these ones. So they have 92.5% silver. So from a value point of view, that's pretty good to have a bit of silver on that, because definitely looking at the price, you're nearly at $50 an ounce right now for silver. So from a silver content point of view, they're absolutely amazing. Also, the other 7.5% is copper. So they're roughly around 28.27 grams per one of these, and an ounce of silver is 31.1 grams. So it's just a little bit shy of an ounce when it comes to silver. Also, diameter is 38.5. So if you're looking for a capsule point of view, 38.5. Also, another fun fact is they were actually minted in the Melbourne Mint, which is pretty cool. I haven't had many coins personally that were from the Melbourne Mint. So let's go through. I'll start with the 1937 one. Go through it and where you're looking for value, the mintage, and also some graded values as well if you're looking for a graded version. So from a minted point of view, it was minted at 1,008,000 specifically. So pretty high for a coin, but not that high for pre-decimal. There's obviously a lot more around. So you're looking from a value point of view, 47, which is pretty much the value of silver, to 125 for this. So a lot of people like getting them from a collecting point of view, but most people are getting it because of the silver content point of view. From a PCGS, the only ones I could see from a sold listings point of view was PMS63 at $255 and 64 at $900. So definitely as you go up that scale, it's pretty good. You're not going to get any at 70s for these kind of older pre-decimal coins, but a 64 is definitely a pretty good score. So that's not a bad little one to add to the collection. And I think it's pretty cool to own this one. This one's that I've had in the family for a long time. So obviously before I was well and truly born, this has been in the family. And then we go into the most collectible one. So this is the one that if you find, you definitely want to keep this one. So this is the 1938 crown. And you're looking at around $191 to $285 depending on the condition. This is a non-graded version. And for graded ones, you're looking from, I saw one at a 58 grade at $458, and a higher grade at 61, $750. So this one obviously looks like it's quite dirty, but overall looks reasonable condition. But you're definitely seeing some value return having them graded. So I think that's pretty cool to get that. But at only 100,000 mintage, it's definitely a very, very collectible one. Now you also need to be careful. There's a lot of what they call space fillers on the secondary market where they've made copies and fakes of all these, and even I'm nervous that is this a genuine one or a fake one, because they can definitely try and sell them as fake. So for me, I've had a really, really good look over this, and I think it's genuine because I did buy this one off eBay, but they can come up with fakes. So having a look at the key characteristics of the coins, from my perspective, everything's in place and there's nothing out of place on that aspect. So it all looks pretty good for me. So I've had a good look at it, but you can definitely be careful of that because there are some fakes. Normally it's around the numbering and a few other key characteristics with the coin itself. So, but I found it very hard to get a lot of clear information to determine the difference between a fake and or what we call the space fillers and the genuine one, but you can normally tell by weighing it and measuring it as well, which I'll go through soon and have a look at it. So obviously the crown is something that's kind of synonymous to the UK. So for me, the most famous crown is this one here. This is the St. George and the Dragon one. This is an old one from 1889, but you obviously have all different versions of the crown from the UK. I love the St. George and the Dragon. For me, that is just a brilliant design. I've also got this half crown, which is another cool one to have. But I thought I'd go through some of the other key British crowns that we have within Australia. So we've got the Queen Elizabeth coronation. So this is another really unique one. I'm probably going to do a separate video on these ones soon, just to go through the different crowns. This one's the British exhibition to New York. Another cool, unique one to have. Sir Winston Churchill Memorial, I think that's... I love the way this image is portrayed on this one. I think that's come up really nice, the way they've actually done that one there. We've got the Silver Wedding Anniversary, which is another cool, unique one to have, the 20th of November. Then we've got Queen Elizabeth's Silver Jubilee. That's a beautiful design. I love that with the crown and the flowers in there. That actually comes up really, really nice. And then we've got the Queen Mother's 80th birthday, which is another cool one on the August the 4th, 1980. And then the last one that I've got here is the Royal Wedding of now King Charles and Diana. So it's a pretty cool one to get. And then I've got this one here as well. So this is from the coronation of King Charles 2023. I'm pretty sure this one's a crown as well. 6th of May. So this one, a very high grade at a 69. So a very cool one to get as part of a collection on top of that. So chuck in the comments below if this is something you've got, if you've got any of these old school Australian crowns. So these are the only two in existence that were ever minted in Australia. So I thought they're pretty cool and unique to have as part of a collection. And I always like having a bit of silver. So I've recently added Buy Me a Coffee. So if you like the content and you want to support the channel, there's a link down below to buy me a coffee if you want to give a bit of support and shout out to the channel. And make sure you give us a thumbs up if you like the content that I'm creating, and if you're not yet subscribed to Dan the Collecting Man. As you can see, I like to provide a lot of key information and facts around coins to help people with their coin collecting journey. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.